Hey, Jeff, do you know what type of podcast we are?
Well, we're not a history podcast.
That's correct. We're a comedy podcast. So any jokes, skits, or anything else we say is not reflective of our organizations, businesses, or any sponsors that we're associated with, even charities. So remind yourself, if you're offended, it's okay. It's just a joke.
Comic books, movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote the
All
scripts.
right here is no mystery. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 601. 601, sorry. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Brian.
Hey! No one comes back after 600. Jim's
Yeah,
like,
right?
fuck you all.
Yeah.
Yeah. All seems good until we're the diehards here. Where's Blake? Jeez.
Where is Blake?
That's a good question.
Does anyone know where he's at?
Soviet Union?
No, you know what? I think I saw him at Taco Bell.
Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call. So then he'll be in the porterlet, probably outside Taco Bell here in about 5 minutes.
Actually, I think I saw him at the worst Taco Bell in the state of or the United States.
Is it even open?
It was open today.
Okay.
I drove by there today.
Did they have meat? Or, well,
I-
substitute meat, I should say.
As far as I know,
Okay.
Do they have gang wars in their parking lot?
there were no.
By gang wars, I mean
employees
employees.
fighting customers.
When you're a Taco Bell employee, you're an employee for life.
Nope.
Jets.
I didn't see any fights. I was disappointed because there's
You
an
were
auto
disappointed.
there's an auto body shop that we take cars to for work to get done, and it's right across the street. So I was like, yes, yes.
Do we get a fight?
And I had like an hour where I was like there, and I was like, I gotta see something. Just,
It's a bad day when you don't see a fight there.
but I'm pretty sure I saw Blake picking up.
Oh, I'm sure.
Coming through the drive-through there today.
Got my macros in today.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Yeah, everybody, thank you for listening to 600. Thank you for people sending in questions, for talking to us. 600 was a good episode that people really liked. Apologize, it was a little long, but that's okay. But yeah, so thanks, everybody. So at least 400 more episodes. Well, 399 more episodes. At least 308 until Manimal. So get ready for that one. Can't wait. Guess I should watch Manimal.
Yeah, at some
before
point you have to
yeah,
make sure you can watch it because who knows when we get closer if it'll even be available.
That's
anywhere,
true, that's
or
true.
If it's available now.
It doesn't look good. It does not look good. It looks as bad as the Michael Jackson cartoon, the Saturday morning cartoon, when he turned into a car and the kids sat on him. That was a bad one.
I'm not aware of Michael Jackson turning into a car.
He had a cartoon. Yeah, it was pretty rough.
I mean, I'm aware of the Turbo Teen cartoon where the
Yes.
guy turned into a car, but it wasn't Michael Jackson.
Maybe it was that. You sure Michael Jackson didn't turn into a car?
I can't swear that it didn't happen.
This is kind of like the Power Ranger that murdered someone.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's
Okay,
like.
just making sure. Okay.
Allegedly.
He did not. So, anyways.
Or he wasn't a Power Ranger.
Yes. We're going to start off real quick here. We got Selena Gomez Oreos.
Selena Gomez.
Selena's chocolate and cinnamon cream cookies.
So I told Jeff before
Slit
we
appears
started,
when opened.
I read an article, or I saw a blurb about these. Apparently, the guy who wrote the blurb is also a a connoisseur of Oreos like ourselves, said that he's never eaten a sleeve of Oreos faster.
Wow, with these?
With these, yeah.
I mean, sure. Oh, look, the cover looks like they're headphones. Get it?
Yeah, I get it. And I got headphones on my cookie here.
Is Selena Gomez, she's the one in Murders in the Buildings, right?
Yes.
She's not the donut licker.
No.
I get
Ariana
her and the
Grande.
donut licker confused all the time.
Please stop getting them confused.
Okay. Oh, I got a heart that has,
A heart that looks like a record.
yeah.
Yeah, I got that one as my second
Yeah,
cookie.
that's kind of cool.
The
other one says...
I like it's a 2-level cream inside.
The other one says Tours Selena. Oh, Selena a Tours. Selena Tours? I don't know what that means. Selena ATORS. Oh, no.
Selenators.
Selenators?
Selena Tours.
Selnators.
Yes, sure. Whatever. So, yeah. They have chocolate crust or chocolate cookie.
They don't have any crust.
No.
And it looks to be a slightly different chocolate than the original. It's a little lighter brown than
like
the
a milk
regular
chocolate.
Oreo.
I'm telling you right now, this is probably one of the best Oreos I've ever.
Really? And it also has vanilla cream on it, too. For fruit. Oh. It doesn't smell like anus plum, so that's good.
Oh, jeez. Apparently, Selenators is the name for the official fan base of Selena Gomez.
Wow. These
That
are
is
good.
Damn good.
I think we'll need like 6 or 7 just to decide, but you can smell the cinnamon.
That's really good.
It's not overpowering cinnamon, so that's nice.
Yeah, that cinnamon is great. Like I said, not overpowering, but
Wow.
Yeah.
Right off the bat is in the top 10. I'm going to have to eat a couple more to see how high it gets.
kind of like a snickerdoodle cinnamon.
That's a good call. These are pretty damn good.
Those are very good.
Sorry, Blake. You should got to be here. Got to be here.
Like he listens to this
He does sometimes.
sometimes.
Wow, those are really good.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Glad I got those. Man. Let's see here. Anyways, October 24th through the 26th is the Cincinnati Comic Expo. If you're a Superman fan of Smallville, Superman Lois, Superman movies, Superman animated shows, come see us.
Well, I saw the newest trailer for the new Superman that's coming out. Will Frank Grillo be there?
Not that I know of. He is in the new Superman movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure he won't want to.
I don't. I mean, why wouldn't he?
No reason.
I mean,
He's a busy guy with his production
with his
studio.
DC
Yeah.
films, and again, he doesn't have a production studio.
Werewolves. He was probably still promoting Werewolves.
He just did a fan expo about a month and a half ago down in like South Carolina. So I know he's on the circuit,
Okay.
so maybe we should reach out
Okay. We could look at that.
because I'd love to talk to him about
Yeah.
you.
Me? I'm a huge fan. I gave you a Funko Pop of Frank Grillo.
No, you gave me a Crossbones Funko Pop.
Well, that's Frank Grillo playing him.
Well,
same thing.
It's a Funko Pop of Crossbones.
Crossbones does look better than that red Batman over there. Let's see.
They do.
It does. I gotta see how much that's worth now. Anyways, so Jeff, anything new exciting with you? How do you like these cookies?
I'm breaking the cookie down piece by piece. The white cream, pretty much normal Oreo cream. The dark cream, just pretty much a normal chocolate cream that the Oreo has. When you eat them separately, put them together, they taste good together. Now I'm eating the outside.
The cookie is a little bit lighter too.
Yeah.
Lighter color.
Yeah, it's lighter color and a little crispier, I think,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
I agree.
I'm not, unless only one half of, because I only didn't eat this half of the
Okay.
cookie. I really didn't find the cinnamon.
Yeah. Okay.
But like when I ate it all together, I tasted cinnamon.
Yeah.
When I ate them individually, unless this half of the cookie I didn't eat is where the cinnamon is hiding.
The cinnamon's really good. It's not overpowering because that's what you got to worry about a lot of the times. But man, it's really good. I like it. Well done, Oreo. Well done.
I agree. Hey, Jeff.
Yes, Brian.
Why are nurses always running out of red crayons?
I don't know, Brian. Why are nurses always running out of red crayons?
Because they often have to draw blood.
I like that. Oh, I'm not ready for the rim shot here.
Are you ever ready for the rim shot?
No.
That was a dad joke sent in by Dr. Dana.
Oh. Okay.
All right,
Job,
Jason,
Dr. Dana.
give me another Oreo so I can eat it all together again.
Okay. Was there cinnamon on that cookie?
I didn't really notice.
Okay. I think it's in that chocolate thing.
I thought that's where it was going to because as I tried each one separately, but it never came across. But it's incredible.
Okay. Brian, you and I are listening to Bear Brook
Bear Brook, yeah.
podcast.
I am almost done with the third episode. I just finished the second episode today.
Okay, I'm on
Season 1.
Oh, you're on season 1. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm on season 2, episode 7.
Oh, yeah.
Season 2 gets a little bit more like in the dark.
Okay. By the way, I did finish, and I know you hadn't.
I had to take a break.
You had to take a break, but I finished season 3 of In the Dark. Mm-hmm. Man, is that fucked up.
Yeah, it's about military crimes.
Yeah, it's about a military platoon in Afghanistan, Hadifa, Afghanistan, where 25 people were murdered, and civilians were murdered, and on the same day.
Yeah.
15 of the 25 were from one man's family.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's it's fucked up.
I saw the summary for what the season's going to be about, and I was like, I need to take a break. I don't know.
It's rough.
Of course, then I went right into Bear Brook, which is a true crime about kids finding a barrel full of bodies.
Yeah. So I was
in New Hampshire in the 80s.
So yeah. So we're on a true crime podcast kick right now.
Season 2 is the NPR guy, the reporter, is looking into a case in New Hampshire that a 7-month pregnant woman gets killed, stabbed 14 times.
Oh, geez.
And it gets interesting. I'll be honest, though. The guy that there's 3 people that were suspected.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to the second guy. The first guy eventually died.
Okay.
Second guy did die, but I'm on his trial now. I'm not sure if he got convicted or not. The third guy is the one that they're talking to that's still alive.
Okay.
And he's like 52 now. But it's a interrogation by the cops, and the mom is a cop too. And she's basically yelling at her teenage son, tell the truth, tell the truth. And it's like, I'm listening to it, and I don't know if he's innocent or not. There's a part of me that thinks he may have done it, but I'm not 100%. Like with the In the Dark season 2, I thought, he's innocent. He's probably innocent. This guy's, there's not much of a difference. But like, the mom did not do any favors to this kid, and I felt bad for that when I was listening to, because you could just tell. But then there's like a part of it when the interviewer is actually interviewing the convict, well, the guy that gets convicted, and he snaps, and you're like, "Ooh, there's a little anger issue." And so then he comes back and apologizes later, but you're just kind of like, "Well, that's interesting." So,
right.
I haven't gotten into his trial yet. I think there's 12 episodes. It's very interesting. Like I said, I'm not sure. Like on In the Dark, I was like, this guy's fine. He's innocent. This one, I'm like, I'm not really sure yet.
Yeah.
So it talks about like false confessions, because it does happen. And so it's very interesting. Like I said, and people, if you go into an interrogation room, just ask for an attorney right away. I know that people don't always know that, and I get that. Teenagers don't know that. But I'm like, this mom should have protected her son by saying, get an attorney. Whether he did it or not, just at least protect his rights.
If she was a cop, absolutely.
Yeah, she was a cop, and she was like, yelling at him, and I'm like, oh my god, this poor. And it was like 12 hours into the interrogation.
Jeez.
And I'm like, oh my god, this poor kid. But
You know the
Was she an interrogator in it?
no, they just brought her in. She
shouldn't have been anywhere near.
Well, the son asked if his mom could come in to help him, like support him, and she did not support him.
Well, I mean, if he's juvenile,
Well,
then
if he's
a parent
under-
should
yeah.
be.
He's 19. He was 19 at the time.
Oh, he's
yeah.
19.
And the detective was like, well, I'm damned if I don't let her in here, and I'm damned if I let her in. But since you keep asking, we'll let her in. And she is part of the police force. She wasn't a detective or anything. She was a patrol officer. But
Yeah.
whoa, it's like there's a question he asked, the interviewer asked, that's what made the guy snap, like in real time, like now. And I'm like, I'm wondering, he hasn't said what the question is yet. He's like, I'll get to that in a bit. I wonder if it's about the mom. I think it has to be.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not entirely convinced, and I haven't looked online for anything. I don't want to. But like, I'm not entirely convinced that he's innocent on this one.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what happens. So
Yeah, the theme that I'm starting to notice is that a lot of these things happen in small towns, and you just gotta like wonder like why.
I think there's a pressure by the smaller town to get a conviction or someone arrested more than a big city, because you don't know everything that's going on in a big city, right? In a small town, more people know each other, and you have that type of familiarity. And I think they kind of go after like, hey, we need to get this solved.
I mean, like just season 1 of the Bear Brook, where like they talk to like the retired guy who, and he's like, yeah, like we had one patrolman,
Yeah, for
that was-
20 square miles.
and they had the forest or whatever,
the park.
the state forest park, and he's like, that's 20, like it's
That
just
was
like,
28. That was 20 square miles by itself, and then
yeah,
he had
and
other
then
areas
there's like
throughout the town.
4,300 people in this town, and they have one cop on duty, and I'm like, okay,
It's like Mayberry, but not good.
yeah.
Like, and he reminds me of Barney Fife. He sounds like a nice guy, but he
Yeah.
reminds me of Barney Fife. He's like, well, I know right away that you got to tape off the area. It's like, well, that's good. At least you taped off the area when
Got
you
to
found
set
the
up a
body.
perimeter.
Yeah, it's good job.
But I also found out that he could have maybe expanded his perimeter a little bit.
Yeah, because there's another barrel of people, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, not to,
Yeah, it is a good. The first season I was okay on. Like, I enjoyed it enough. I was like, eh. And then the second season has kind of got me a little bit. Still not as good as In the Dark. But if you guys are looking for a true crime one, those are you can do a lot worse with those two. It's enjoyable,
Yeah.
very enjoyable.
I do like. It's just a change of pace too. After listening to 3 seasons of In the Dark,
Yeah,
and you get like there's the way that they're set up and the way that they are layered and stuff. Listening to this it's just a little bit less, and it's just different, and
Yeah.
and that's good. I like that.
I did start. I want to make sure I got it right here. Yeah, okay. I started Cassandra.
I've never
Has
heard of
anyone
that.
seen? So there was a minute that it was like promoted on Netflix, and I'll do the overview. Family moves into the oldest smart home in Germany decades after the original owner dies. The AI household helper awakens and resolved to never be alone again. First off, I'm on episode 4. It took me a whole episode to realize that it was dubbed over.
Okay.
I was like, their mouths don't seem to be moving the same way. Oh!
Is it originally German?
I guess so. I didn't know what it was. I was watching, I'm like, huh. And then the dad gets into a car and it's all German plates. And I was like, oh. Or not German, but like European plates. I was like, wait a minute. So basically Cassandra is this AI, but it's cool too because originally I was like, okay, she's just going to go psycho like a Megan, but an AI system. But she's like attached to like, it's not a vacuum, but it kind of looks like a giant vacuum, and she can put different attachments on her arms and that. And like, it's pretty cool. Like she can move around like that. and she starts befriending the young daughter. She doesn't like the mom, so you know where that's going. But she's all throughout the house on the screens too, and like I started watching, I was like, okay, but then they started going back into like the 50s and 60s when she was when she was a human being. And her husband issues, and like she's with her husband who's a scientist, and then with her son, and you're like, oh, this kind of gets interesting. So
in this reality, AI is coming from being a human first?
No, she was a human, and then I'm guessing, I haven't gotten there yet, I'm guessing her husband, I guess she dies somehow, and then the husband makes her like psyche into the AI. Because he makes a point at one point. She's like, well, what are you working on? He's like, I'm making it so that we can live forever. So I'm guessing that's what happens, but I'm not there yet. But the backstories, like in the 50s and 60s, is actually I'm enjoying that just as much. It probably a little bit more than the present, but it's enjoyable. But yeah, I didn't realize for the first episode, I was like, something's off on this. I'm like, what is this? Their voices don't seem to match who they are. And then I'm like, episode 2, I'm like, oh, there it is. So, yeah.
Honestly, it sounds like they're doing a good job of dubbing if the reason it felt off was just because the mouth didn't.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times you can tell just by the tone of the voice doesn't fit what's going on.
And there was a little bit of that, but I think I was so interested in like the actual first episode, like, oh, okay, I like a band. And I'm like, this just seems weird. And then, like I said, it's good though. I highly recommend. I will be done with it soon. I think it's only 8 episodes, but I'm pretty hooked on it. It's a pretty good show. Jeff, you watch anything?
Nah, nothing new.
Okay. Brian, anything new?
I did.
What'd you watch?
I watched the Submersible, the Titan documentary
On Netflix?
on Netflix.
Jeff, they were bolted in.
So we'll start there. So just for clarification's sake, in case they ever come for us, I want to make sure we have our facts straight.
Yes.
So the chamber of the submersible, there's not a lid on top. It's 2 pieces that come together, but it is bolted together. So they're not bolted in like the hatch.
Yeah.
So there
It's like
are
an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds worse.
Yeah.
It's not better.
So like literally like the bolt that they were like tightening is 2.5, 3 feet long, and they're just like cranking it up and tightening it up, and it's whatever to close it up. And I'm like, huh. And then
The best is when she drops it, and they're like, don't worry, we got enough of them. Then she drops the bolt.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't worry, we got more.
But like, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, that's still bad. Like, you're really not ever going to get out in the event of an emergency, like dying. But like the guy that was like, they showed like another clip where he is like working on it, or he's like bolting it up, and the guy's using like a Ryobi drill.
Yes.
And he's got like an extension that's like 2.5 feet long, and he's just like,
You may need to charge that battery, sir.
I'm like, what? Like,
It
what?
doesn't look very scientific.
No.
It does not look like a drill you would use for...
No, like, that's like a first-time homeowner's drill.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, not a, like...
Not a $1 million, billion-dollar
Yeah,
corporation.
I mean, to be fair, he did buy a video. He did use a video game controller.
All right, so I did take notes. Let's see. Yeah, he used a Ryobi drill to tighten the bolts. It was a official Sony PlayStation controller.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
Because I read an article and I thought they gave a different...
At least the one they showed was Sony.
The one they showed was an actual real Sony PlayStation controller.
They may have changed it,
They may have.
but it was originally, yeah.
They...
It was a Tiger Shark controller.
The guy, Stockton Rush,
Yes.
was his name. He wanted Pearl Jam,
Yes.
the band, to be in there on the dive.
Submersible. Yes.
Not sure why.
Attention, I guess.
But and I'm glad that didn't happen.
Pearl Jam said, no, we're good.
They're smart. Eddie's not a dummy.
No.
According to numerous people in this documentary, Stockton Rush loved using the term big swinging dick.
He did. He wanted to be a big swinging dick.
Yes.
Like Elon Musk.
Correct. That was weird.
I thought it was interesting, like when they were building it, you thought it only had one window, right?
Yep.
In a couple of the scenes, you thought, oh, this is a pretty big like window. And then they put it on and you're like, no, that's not a big window.
Nope.
Like that is not. And
Nope.
my thought is, what happens if you're 2 rows back? You got shafted. You just spent $1 million and you're like looking over their heads.
Yeah.
Like they show the camera in there and they're like looking over and I'm like,
Yeah.
thanks.
It's like,
That's great.
yeah.
I did like the tearing of the what is it? The polymer that
Carbon fiber.
yeah, the carbon fibers. As the farther they went down and kept tearing, and he's like, "Oh, that was a pretty successful dive." And the one guy's like,
No.
no, it isn't."
It's the opposite of successful.
Yeah, so they were showing like the sound tests
Oh my God.
where like they were testing it at different depths, and it was recording the like when the carbon fiber was like when
Up and down,
yeah, like when it was taking pressure and like ripping or breaking, and like you just see this, and then like it's like going, and the guy's like, oh yeah, like yeah, we could have probably went a little bit further.
And he's like, "Well, all submersibles make sound." Well, yes,
And, like,
when they implode.
The engineer is like, yeah, but I feel terrible for those people who actually were trying
To stop it.
or trying to make sure that it was what happened didn't happen.
The hero, the one engineer who's pretty much like sued them, said, "Stop making this," and went to the OSHA.
Yeah.
Is that? I like OSHA. We have 11 other claims that are older than yours.
Yeah.
What? And he's like, basically, I'm not going to do the work on this one. But the guy got countersued by them.
Yeah, that was
By the submersible.
That was the head pilot.
Yeah.
The guy that
Oh,
was
that's
like
right.
and
he's like, I had to quit. I
yeah,
couldn't keep doing it.
He ran out of money, and
Yeah.
like nobody like he didn't have a backing, but he had the moral
Yeah.
standard to where he was like, this is not okay, and them calling him into the meeting and hearing the video, like the audio of it, and I'm like you kind of knew what was going to happen to the guy, and he's like still like trying to stand up for himself, and like he's still like to the minute of him getting fired, he was like all about the safety.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I just don't want people dying.
Yeah, and and then for him to go put everything in it that he could into to still legally trying to make it to stop, and he just
I like that the accountant was going to be the head pilot.
Yeah, like the girl,
Yeah.
like she was like,
I'm
oh,
in charge of HR and accounting. Yeah, we're going to put you the face of a pilot.
Want to
I'm sorry,
drive?
what? Yeah.
You ever play a PlayStation? Same thing.
And she's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I'm good.
No.
And then the other engineer or oceanographer, they're like, we want to make you the face and the pilot. And she's like, yeah, it lasted about 6 months. And I was like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
But it's just like,
It's unbelievable how many warning signs they had. But the guy was such an
egotistical
jackass.
asshole.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, his thought was like, these super brilliant people don't get to where they are, by playing it safe
And not killing people.
and not killing people.
he was going to make underwater cities, too.
Yeah. But
I saw that in the Meg. It didn't work out well.
But also, brilliant people realize that when I study aerospace engineering, going underwater is a different science altogether.
The best part is he barely passed with that degree. Did you see his grades?
Yeah.
D-, D, F, C, B-. It's
Yeah.
like that's not good. They're
So
like,
that's even worse.
but he's like, and then the one person's like, well, I followed him because he did make model plane kits, like the big ones.
Okay.
Those are not imploding from
I mean,
pressure.
yeah. There's a difference between how things react in the weightlessness of space versus the extreme pressure of deep
Well,
sea.
it wasn't even space; it was just the air. Like, I'm flying a plane.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know,
Yes.
I made a model solar system in 6th grade, so
Ooh.
I'm going to space next.
Can I follow you?
Yeah, come on, let's
Okay.
go.
No, I'm impressed of anybody who actually made a good model solar system.
Oh, it was terrible,
Mine was terrible.
but I put in the work and I got the passing thing
That's
for
what I
the
did.
science fair.
I used coat hangers, like metal coat hangers, to go around the sun, and then I got into class and I was the only one, and it looked like shit. And everyone else did it like with the styrofoam
Yep.
ground, and then the sticks coming up.
Yep.
And I was like,
Yeah,
Sorry.
I just the big yellow one's the sun.
that one's Pluto. Don't you know Pluto's a horrible mistake?
No, that's an old. If you're familiar with Brian Regan, the comedian,
Yes.
he has a whole bit on the solar system. That was part of the bit. The big yellow one's the sun. But I think,
What's your big takeaway from this?
well, here's the thing, and I can't remember who it was, but he wanted the guys. His question was, he thought OceanGate was a false flag to keep people from going to the Titanic.
Yes.
And he wants to know, what are they hiding down
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
It was a podcaster, wasn't it?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Like
What are they hiding?
yeah. He's like, what are they hiding?
Nothing.
I don't know. I'm not gonna die going to look.
It's not a false flag. It's 4,300.
I mean,
Feet
watch
under
the
the
movie. I don't know. Like,
And you can go, but it's the ocean.
talk to James Cameron.
Yeah.
because he can do it.
He can.
Yeah, I read in an article I was reading, because I didn't watch the documentaries, but I was reading an article, and they talked to James Cameron. James Cameron's like, this guy's crazy if he thinks that that contraption was going to make the...
My thing is, too, like, everybody knows about the Titanic, but, like, I don't really have a desire to go see it because it's, like, falling apart. Like, like,
I mean, yeah, it's a shipwreck.
yeah.
There's nothing
They showed...
special about that shipwreck over any other shipwreck you might go look at.
Was it the Adrian Dora?
Adrian Dora. Yeah.
Yeah, they went to that one, and I'm like, okay, it's the same shipwreck. It's like a shipwreck. Who cares? Like, they all have seaweed on it. They all have, algae on it, bacteria. Like, it's all decrepit. Like, it's all falling apart. Yeah. You can't make out half the shit. I did like when they went to the Adrian Dora, and they got stuck underneath the boat.
Yeah, and
Andrea Doria.
Adrian Dorian, sorry.
Yeah, and then the CEO, was like the one that was like trying, like navigating it, and the pilot is like, no, like
don't do that.
Don't do that. And then eventually had to like kick him out and take over and save them
because they were going to drown or get
underneath
stuck.
And then after that is when that guy started getting like kicked out of meetings,
yeah,
and, or people that in the company started
how dare you
going around him.
So he interrupted the guy from killing everybody on board and then got squeezed out.
Yes.
I did like, well, we have 4 extra oxygen tanks. Thanks. But they look like something your grandma would use. Like, I'm like, they're not very scientific.
Yeah, that's what I read. They had 40 hours of oxygen.
4 days. 4 days.
Okay, but the thing I read said 40 hours, which is less than 2.
Correct. Maybe once they start realizing that they were down to 40 hours on the news, I'm not sure. Yeah. And maybe they only did have 40 hours, but on the original plan, he was showing them that they had 4 days. So maybe they didn't take them all because they,
Maybe it was 4 days for one person.
Maybe.
But since they were taking 5 people.
Well, guys, we either can take 2 more oxygen tanks or put a shitter in here. We're going to be down here for 12 hours. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, now, granted, they weren't planning on being down there for 2 days.
Yeah.
Thank God they put the shitter in. Yeah. It's a fun little watch, just because of how sad it's sad.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was fun.
No, but the moronic.
It confirmed everything that I thought
Yeah.
about that guy. It's just, it sucks for the people who went.
I will say the interview with the whales and the dolphins was kind of interesting. They're like, well, we just didn't have our Ryobi drill to do it. We had a screwdriver, but it was a wrench. We needed a wrench, and our fins aren't close enough to get to them.
We don't have opposable thumbs.
Yeah, so that was very interesting about the dolphins.
You know, the burning question that they didn't answer for me was it standard or metric?
That's true. They never did.
I don't know.
I did have one thing I read. I guess it was somebody who I think might have been there early on in the planning process, but after got squeezed out, was talking about, this guy's ego being what it was or whatever, and said something about they tried to let him know that the optimal shape would be a sphere, but he really thought it would look more cool as a cylinder.
Yep.
Even though, a sphere will, distribute pressure more evenly.
Yeah.
Basic science.
Like in the documentary, there's another guy who owns and like operated his own submersible, and it was like it was a sphere.
Yeah,
and he was like really interested in what that guy was doing. So he said he started like showing up, like they started working together, and the guy basically said he put in like 1,000 hours.
Yeah,
with the intent on getting his work would get him a seat in there when it was ready, and then he didn't.
There's another guy that came up to help. Remember, he worked for a weekend. He's like, I can't do this. I'm out.
But this guy like literally is in this business and was trying to help and put 1,000 hours of work into it with, thinking like when it's done,
I'll get a seat at the table.
And then just...
Can I at least sit on the toilet? Can I sit somewhere? There's got to be a jump seat, right?
Jeez, Pete's, man.
Well, yeah, he can make it on if he's got the $250,000.
Yeah, I just liked it. What is it like? It's like the investigation's still ongoing. Like at the very end, is like no charges have been filed. Like the investigation's still going.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about that the other thing that I thought of that I thought was crazy is that it never got, like, the guy never went through the proper, like, getting
certifications
to get it classed.
Correct. You don't want to get it classified.
Yeah, he didn't want to, like, get it classified as whatever, they are.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, the documentary people are like asking the guy, like, well, how many times, like, how often is that? And the guy's like, I've been doing this 30 years, never once came across one of these vessels that have never been classified. And they were like, never? He's like, no.
No, because most people want to do it safely.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of this poor dolphins. They could have helped.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's a great, go watch it. It's a fun little thing. Not fun.
It's not fun. Just stop saying it's fun.
I did chuckle at some point. Because
I mean,
of how
we
ridiculous
have a lot of fun talking about it.
You know what, Brian? They were bolted in.
They were. I'm happy to know that was actually, because I didn't really think that was actually true. Like, I thought, like, okay, maybe, like, a part of it had, like, but no. Like, it's just bolts. Yep. Bolts.
Can't wait for, what was it called?
Ocean Gate.
Yeah, I can't wait for Ocean Gate 2 to come out.
Electric
Boogaloo. Brian, you got some listener feedback?
I do have some listener feedback. I'm still eating these Selena Gomez cookies, and they're so good.
They are really good.
All right, listener feedback sponsored by Hello Jeff. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jeff, what's in the box?
This week we have in the box steak and potatoes.
Just grilled steak for Father's Day.
And you didn't have all of it because we used some of it for our box.
Well, you didn't steal it from me.
Didn't we?
Maybe. Maybe.
Wait, did you said you grilled steak for Father's Day? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
We were at a baseball field literally from 9 a.m. Saturday until 3:45 on Sunday. We came home at 9:30 at night and went back up at 6:30 the next day. So, yeah, it was Happy Father's Day. So, yeah. So anything else in there besides steak and potatoes? Is there steak fries?
If that's how you wish to make your potatoes.
I do like steak fries. I do like a good steak fry. Sweet potatoes?
No,
Good. Good man.
I don't put sweet potatoes in anything.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
You can ask for them.
I don't want them.
I asked for them.
And I'll tell you no.
I didn't get them. I asked. That's what I wanted.
I did add some pink Starburst to your thing.
Not mine.
Oh, I guess somebody else got those.
Well, it is packed in Starburst, so
Again?
you might get a pink one
How
in
much
there.
bulk did you buy in Starburst?
Let's just say Starburst had a deal.
Okay.
Anything else, Jeff? Or is that it?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just very classic box of sweet.
I like it.
All right.
Okay, green beans. I forgot to mention the green beans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Canned?
No,
Good man. Good man.
loose green beans.
Shoestring. Green beans. We start off listener feedback every single week with the same person.
A-pans.
Jewel of the Licking.
Chili Billy.
Dunkaroo Doug.
Anus Plum.
Anal Plum.
Anal Plum.
7.
That's what you said.
That's his new nickname.
Anal Plum. Okay. Beaver Tail.
Beaver Hip.
Beaver Teeth.
Beaver Nose.
Yep.
Beaver Nugget.
Screwdriver.
Hammer.
The Postman.
Oh, yeah. X. Not good enough for FedEx.
Dunkaroo Doug.
DJ Fat Fingers. Nope.
Nope. Fat Shady.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Shady.
you keep taking my nickname away from me and giving it to Doug.
Sorry.
He's got enough.
Doug's never erased an episode.
What else?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to you.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, Blake.
There. I feel like there's something else.
Dad.
Kurt Rambo expert?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kurt
there it
Rambo.
is. There it is.
8-bit.
Yep.
Speaking of Dad, he told me for my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday. It was yesterday.
My birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. He said he got me a trip to...
Yeah, Doug did. He got you a trip to Disney.
Yeah, he got me a trip to Disney for my birthday, but I didn't go. Mm-hmm. You didn't tell me we were going until you came back.
He did go.
You're supposed to give the trip before
It happens.
To be fair,
No, I don't want to be fair.
he did drive, so you probably could have caught up to him.
I
He stopped at like every Buc-ee's on the way.
yeah, there was like 11 of them.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
I just thought that was a little weird.
Well.
That he gave me a trip and then took it
Yeah.
and didn't tell me when it was.
Yeah.
That's not fair. It's just Doug.
Yep.
Yeah. Doug says filmmaker executive Barry Diller stated the most coked up film set, quote unquote, was Popeye. He did not see that coming. What would have been your guess?
Not Popeye.
I actually had heard stories about Popeye, so
Really?
it surprised me. But I would have guessed something like, I don't know, The Bodyguard.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
I was thinking like Apocalypse Now or something like that.
that was probably like LSD.
Yeah, there was
yeah,
something. Maybe
mushrooms.
not Coke, but
Yeah.
there was something.
I mean, Charlie probably did the coke.
No, never.
Everybody
Tiger
else
face.
did like
Tiger
some
blood.
sort of like hallucinogenic.
Yeah.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
That's a good one.
But then that's
Again,
like more of a
hallucinogens.
yeah.
Wall Street.
They were how many hours outside of Barstow when the drugs kicked in?
Yeah.
Um,
Wall Street, yeah.
maybe. trying to think of anything else.
So what you're saying is the Sheens are very coked up.
Allegedly, I don't know.
Young Guns.
Ah, there you go.
Got two of them there.
You know, they're making
Men
Young
at
Guns
Work.
3.
I know. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, shouldn't it be called Old Guns by now?
The elderly guns. And I'll be like, Emilio!
Not so young guns.
I really want to catch up with him so I can see if I can be in it.
Let's try to get Emilio there. Also, just to let you know, on Fox coming to Thursdays this fall at 10 p.m. for an hour, coked up film sets. So just letting you guys know.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
is it just like a behind the scenes like documentary show? Or?
It's actually a game show.
Actually a game.
They put you on game. They put you on film sets, and you have to find the coke. So there you go.
So it's like Where's
Oh.
Waldo?
So that's what Rust was, the pilot for coked up film sets. Quit touching my board.
Sorry.
Um.
We gotta have big props for John on this one.
I was still
yeah,
trying
we
to
weren't-
answer Doug's
We
question.
weren't done. Yeah, we weren't done with the first question.
Man.
Anything Chevy Chase was on?
Yeah.
Funny Farm.
I was gonna say like Fletch.
Bunny Farm is the only thing that could make it funny.
Modern Problems. Probably not.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe even Christmas Vacation.
That's not snow. Fake snow they had in the front yard.
Him and Randy.
And Todd and Margot.
Why's the floor wet?
I don't know, Todd.
I don't know, Margot.
They should have had their own movie.
They should have. I mean, if Randy got his own spin-off or sequel,
Oh, Vegas Vacation 2 or whatever.
he got Christmas Vacation too. And Vegas Vacation too, I think. I'll double check. Oh, God.
I wouldn't Google him. You don't want that. You don't want your algorithm.
Cousin Eddie, if you just Google Cousin Eddie.
I'm going to do National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, just see if that comes up. Yeah.
Well, there you go, Doug. Next up from Jay Burkelke at jburkelke.bsky.social:.
Oh.
That's another nickname for Doug, the social colon.
Oh, I like that. You got to clean that every so often, too.
All right. Jay says, I am very proud to be the one to set the gang on the road to taste other foods and diabetics. I've never tasted Wilford Brimley.
I'm sure he tastes yummy. He smelled bad on the outside, though.
He says, I was the one that sent in the quote-unquote, have you ever had a bologna and whipped cream sandwich?
Oh, that's who it was!
He was using his TPC Cafe on Twitter.
When he was doing that. So, congratulations,
Well, I want to
John.
thank you for that, John. It did start us.
Down the path.
We have been eating weird and strange and very good Oreos along the way.
John also said that he has a box of goodies from Canada he's sending us to.
Oh, no.
Ooh, I like
So-
Canadian.
I do like Canadian
Yes,
food.
I saw he also said, I hope it was me who sent the anus plum.
Yeah, I think it was. He sent the anus plum.
Not
Not the anal beads,
not-
just the anus plum.
Yeah. I'm not psyched about that still.
Anal beads or anus plum?
The plum.
Oh, okay, okay.
That was rough.
It's very salty.
I was excited about the beads.
Yeah, who isn't?
Yeah.
It'll turn out brown.
I'm not like Tom Cruise. I don't just get one.
That's true. Tom Cruise is in the closet.
Next up from Meow God at Meow God.
Where's Meow God's music?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on.
It's not on that page, is it?
Jeez.
I think we were on the right page and you screwed it up.
Did I?
Yep, we were on the right page.
Higher plane.
Ow.
I will take you to a higher plane.
If you're in the Star Wars Andor world, what kind of rebel / spy would you be? Or would you be Empire's enforcers? I think I'll ended up being the Luthen or Lonnie, intelligence gathering and smuggling.
I think we're a little unprepared for this question, as in
Blake's not here.
Blake's not here, and
We're going to have to save this.
Brian hasn't seen it at all. I saw like 2 episodes.
I would like to be Luthen. I don't think it would happen, though. Or maybe be the communications person that he has that works for him. That just kind of listens in for signals and that, and kind of reports back. Who knows, though? Maybe I would be a stormtrooper. One of the Empires. They did promise a couple of the Empire commanders like some outposts, so, you know.
Yeah, no, I would not be part of the Empire
No, I don't
in
think I
any
would.
way, shape,
I
or
don't think I
form,
would either.
unless I was a double agent.
True, but I would like to get an outpost, like far away. That I could just be by myself. So I think I could do that.
You know, you don't even need the Empire to give you that. You can just go to a planet far away.
I'll be honest, I don't think the health benefits are good for the Empire. I don't think...
Well, they don't expect you to live.
They do not. Also, just to let you know, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2 came out in 2003. Cousin Eddie gets fired just before Christmas, and him and his family must survive the elements and each other, ready, after becoming shipwrecked on a tropical island at holiday time.
That's right. It was a Christmas movie that looked tropical. I do remember the pictures from it.
It came out, it got 2.7 out of 10. So
That high?
great. And, oh my God. Okay. Yeah. I think he did Vegas Vacation too. So, oh jeez.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to fault somebody for making a paycheck.
That's true. That is true. Let's see here. Nope, there's not a sequel to Vegas Vacation, thank God. Oh. It was just Christmas Vacation too.
Okay.
Don't give them any ideas.
Sorry.
All right.
We're not trademarking that idea, so if someone wants to steal it, they can.
That's our line. That's our line.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Good call.
Next up from Jennifer8950 Heart at Heart to Heart 3.
Heart to heart.
No. What is something from your childhood that you wish would be popular again?
Now, I was thinking videos on MTV
That's a good one.
and Smurfberry Crunch cereal.
Oh, that was good. Even the smell was good on it.
Yeah. I guess I could just throw in Saturday morning cartoons.
That would be fun.
I mean, I know in the way we work now, you can just stream whatever cartoon you want at any time, but it was always fun. Waking up early Saturday mornings, running downstairs with your sweet cereal, watching the cartoons all morning long, then turning on to wrestling at noon.
I do like your pick of the Saturday morning cartoons. I'm going to do, I'll go a different one then from that. I'll do Garbage Pail Kids, like this cards, just because they're so dumb, but like, and I know that they've had like other versions since then, and they've actually been somewhat popular in the card collecting, but like every kid had them, and then every parent's like, why do you have those? It's like, well, you bought them. But yeah, Garbage Pail Kids, just something simple like that.
I did like, of all the collectibles out there, I always did like the Garbage Pail Kids or the Wacky Packs that they were spun off from.
Yep.
Just because they were kind of gross and offensive-ish. I mean, offensive's not the word, but
There was also I still have these Mutant League baseball and football cards.
okay.
That was really cool too. I really like them. So, Brian?
Neighborhood pickup games.
Oh, the Sandlot.
Yeah, baseball, street hockey, football. Like, there were probably 30 of us that every weekend, like, you know, like every season we were playing wiffle ball, we were playing baseball, we were playing street hockey in the fall, and, you know, it's just, I don't see that anymore. Like,
Come to our subdivision. You should come over around noon because they could play in our backyard for about 2 hours wiffle ball. That's what I've like a grass outline. Then they go down to the cul-de-sac and play tennis baseball with a tennis racket and a tennis ball. Then they come back, they get lunch or cool off for a minute. Then they go back out to play wiffle ball in our backyard. Then back down to that. And then in the fall, they play football.
Good.
In the thing. But it is true. Like, you don't see it often.
See it. And I mean, granted, like, I don't live in where I live. There's not a lot of that aged children but if there are, I don't see them ever outside. It's like, you know.
I think it helps that I have literally like 25 kids in our street.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, when I was a
that's the
kid,
reason.
like, we went to the elementary schools, all had the playgrounds, and like we could get in and we could play. And
not to go on a diatribe, but I think part of the issue, Brian, is too that
the internet.
But a lot of the schools don't have like baseball teams anymore. A lot of the elementary schools don't.
He's
have
just talking about pickup games.
No,
Yeah.
but I think that builds a community of like, hey, let's go outside and practice.
I mean, we
with
like
the
went to
team.
school. We were all went to school together
Yeah.
and all of that. So like it was our friend group, and
Yeah.
like if any of our friends had like cousins that were in from out of town or like that, they would just they would just come with them and they would play and just they just jump in. And
It was funny the other night. I think it was Sunday night. We looked in the backyard. My wife's like, there's like 12 kids in our backyard. And we're like, oh.
Well, you mentioned that, Jason, about the wiffle ball outline in your backyard. I just, at one point in our yard, I guess Dad had people over for lawn care stuff or whatnot, and he said, we don't know what's wrong, but there's this one spot that we just can't get any grass to grow. And he's like, what are you talking? And they're like right there, and he goes, that's second base. They're like, what? And it's like, there's a home plate
Do
sitting.
you now see the diamond?
yeah, I mean, like I still to this day, I have a chipped tooth that I chipped it when I was 15, playing football. I just like we collided like with someone's head and chipped my tooth, and like the dentist is just like, oh, I mean, it's fine. Like, I mean, unless you want to have me take out all of your bottom teeth and get an implant to put it's like one of the small bottom teeth, and I'm like, no, it's cool. Like I know it's there and I know what it's from, and
we always we have pretty good neighbors too. That in the back, so we have a fenced-in yard. Then there's like a 10-foot, probably 7 to 10 foot grass area, and then the other neighbors, and they have a fenced-in yard in that.
The area for the not even creek, but
drainage,
the water drainage to flow.
So it's funny. Like originally, when the kids started when they were younger, it was over our fence, the home run. Well, then it was over the neighbor's back fence. Now it's over the neighbor's front fence. And it's always good too because our neighbors have very young kids, and they have no problem. They're like, eventually we're going to be doing the same thing, and so every time they hit it over, like they just throw it back. Because we have kids like from 7 all the way up to 15 to 16 playing, so it's just always funny. They're like, "Don't worry about it," and then they hit the top of the roof and everything. But
And that's when you tell them, yeah, but when my kids are older and grown, I'm going to turn into an old man and yell at you.
I told my neighbor, he's like, "Don't worry about it." I was like, "I know, but I appreciate it, but thanks for saying." And he's like, "Well, eventually my kids will be playing and hit into your." I was like, "I'll go and be Clint Eastwood. I'll be honest at that point."
Get off my lawn.
What else we got here, Brian?
All right. Next up from Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666. He is not evil,
He is just handled that way.
like my brother. He says, thoughts on the sequel to Spaceballs?
I'm not a fan of the first one.
Whoa, wow.
I think it's overrated. There's funny parts.
I
to
agree.
It,
It's probably overrated, but I mean,
Rick
it's still
Moranis
good.
is good. I like
And
Rick
he's coming-
Moranis.
And he's coming out of
Yeah.
retirement for this.
And Bill Pullman
Pullman.
and his son.
Yeah, Bill Pullman.
Yeah, and his son are both in
Oh,
it.
Lewis Pullman's
Yeah.
in it.
He's coming back.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
I'm not against it. I mean, what did they say in the first movie? The sequel is the grab for more cash, or whatever the subtitle was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine.
I mean,
I've seen worse.
History of the World Part 2.
I mean, the fact that Rick Moranis is coming back for it is good enough for me to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, I've seen X versus Sever. It can't be worse than that.
Such a bad movie.
I've seen Rollerball.
Well, we're going to have to watch that again.
Yeah, we are for Steven.
We
Izzy.
are going to have to watch that.
Can't wait.
And I just signed up for something else, too.
Steve and Izzy always send out like these direct messages to like a group of us and like, hey, anybody wants to watch these? You know, these are the films we're looking at. And like Brian and I always sign up for one or so because we enjoy it. And then like they always sucker us into another one somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's on Twitter. Or
Yeah.
whatnot.
Passion of the Christ.
I haven't really been on Twitter in months.
So they started one on
You're not
Facebook
missing-
Messenger.
Oh yeah, they did.
They didn't.
Well, I think I'll add you. I think I added you to one,
Okay.
to this last one.
I didn't,
I'll double check if
I
not.
didn't see it, but
I think it's the one that we got you Rollerball.
Yeah, it's that one.
So.
Oh, I'm doing I Think We're Alone Now
Song?
for the last month on Earth for December.
I don't know if I saw that movie. You're familiar with that movie.
It's got the Dinkles in it.
Oh, Peter Dinklage.
It's like a apocalypse movie or whatever.
Are they doing Night of the Comet at all?
They are not.
Okay. I might have volunteered that one.
Yeah,
It's no Biker Boys.
it is not. I did that one for them.
Yeah,
Biker Boys, I did that one.
I did Torque.
Yep, Torque. Well, we all did Torque, didn't we?
I don't.
No, I think it was just me. No one else joined in.
I
Oh,
think
you did. You did.
I think Jim might have too.
Yeah. Torque
maybe-
was so good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Torque was such good. Right this long.
Torque was not good.
Right off the head.
All right, wrapping this up with Professor Number One at Doctor Number One. For episode 700, can Brian get a Peeps tattoo? I will pay for half of it. So I got this tweet. Initial reaction said, no, not doing it. Pondered on it for my birthday yesterday because I got another tweet asking if that I was tagged in, asking if we were going to be giving away Peeps Funko Pops at the
Isn't it great that you're getting
Cincinnati
Peeps-related
Comic Expo
messages?
and which we are not that I know of.
Do you know something we don't know, Jason?
Maybe.
And I thought about it some more, and if the professor is paying, I will gladly get that tattoo in
Wow.
99 episodes.
Wow. It's episode 700.
Well, one, he didn't say half. Brian said if he is paying.
That's true.
And
You know what? If he pays for half
okay.
and Doug pays the rest,
Uh-huh.
then I'll do it.
Wow. You heard it here, here first, folks.
I will do that.
I do think the Peeps Funko
now-
Pops are cute. Look at them. They're cute.
I didn't even know that was a real thing. Now, you get to pick the design, right? You're not going to just let them
It's a
choose.
flaming peep.
I would think a flaming peep, a deformed melting peep.
I would like to have some sort of creative control over the tattoo.
Are you Hulk Hogan? Doesn't work for me, brother.
No, I don't own Hooters.
No, that's true.
I would like to have a say. So
Okay.
what I would say is that they could give suggestions. Mm-hmm. I could give my suggestions, and then I could send them over to my tattoo artist and let her put that together.
Okay.
And then get the designs and then show them and collaborate.
And listen, maybe we could get a Hobie tattoo.
Now, would you prefer a chicken peep or a bunny peep?
I would probably go with the bunny.
Yeah. I like how Jeff ignored me on that. Maybe I'll talk to Jim, see if he'll get a Hobie peep or a Hobie tattoo with me.
So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard it first.
That's breaking news.
I don't have the sound effect of glass breaking.
Yeah, we don't have Stone Cold. We don't have the rights to Stone Cold's entrance.
That's Hulk Hogan. Damn it. Damn it.
You know, Hulk Hogan sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
His son isn't much better.
One of them's didn't he die?
No,
he did. Oh, he made it
funny.
out as his friend died. He killed
Yeah,
his
he
friend.
killed his friend
Allegedly.
in the car.
Oh, wait.
No, he was driving.
No, yeah,
that was confirmed.
Yeah,
Pretty sure he went to jail.
he did.
Yep.
What do you got?
Tiny surgery. I'd like to take his face off. Yes.
So Face Off,
Face off.
Face Off.
for people who don't know.
It's a hockey term.
Nope. It's based on the movie. From Randall,
It's not based on the movie at all.
Face Off is when you have competing teams or people or animals or whatever.
Somebody
fictional-
send in factions.
Two things.
At least two. Could be more even.
Yep.
But
They have to fight each other, and we pick who wins. So if you got one, send it to us at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter or hobiepod@gmail.com or on Facebook at The History of Bad Ideas.
I do check that email account once a week.
Good.
or on Blue Sky or
Yep.
on Tumblr.
Threads.
Tumblr, Threads, yep. Face Off this week from Randall. Chester Cheetah versus Tony the Tiger.
This is interesting.
Yeah, see, I think I'm going with Chester because I feel like he's coked up a lot.
I mean, Chester's definitely the faster, weave and
I feel like he's
stick
on
and
coke or
weave.
meth, and I don't think pain hurts them that much.
Tony's definitely the stronger, more
Athletic.
more athletic, I would think.
No. Cheetah's the fastest cat on earth.
Cheetah's fast.
Doesn't mean he's athletic.
Gotta be.
I mean, strength versus speed is pretty much what this
Yeah.
question is.
And everybody knows the Flash can go in and punch somebody like 1,000 times. I feel like that's what Chester Cheetah does.
I don't know if he can. He's not
No.
Flash speed.
But again, I really do think he's coked up half the time. So I think 929.
Hey, it's 9:29.
But that also
really-
means he's prone to making mistakes.
Correct. But I feel like he would cheat and bring like a screwdriver and shiv him.
And I think one mistake is enough for Tony.
You think? Okay. So you're going Tony.
If Tony is out for blood,
Well, that's what this is.
yeah, I mean the fact that Tony's probably, considered a good guy and, probably wouldn't necessarily want to kill. I mean, he just wants to sell his cereal,
Yeah.
but we're forcing him into a situation where he has to.
You're going Tony?
I think Tony has the endurance
Okay.
and the constitution to withstand
The initial onslaught.
an initial onslaught.
Okay.
That when Chester finally comes down, I think Tony
See, I'm
will
going
show no mercy.
I'm going Chester because I think he's going to get all those kicks in. He's going to cheat. He's going to shiv him. He's going to do all that stuff. Now, once he wears down off the coke and the meth, he'll be tired, but I think Tony will be dead by then. So I'm going Chester. Who are you going with?
Let's see. Cheetos versus Frosted Flakes. I'm going Cheetos.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm definitely going with Frosted Flakes if that's the case.
So there you go, Randall. We like it. If you have any, send them in. Jeff, you got some news of the geek for me?
You have the news of the geek. I just have the intro.
Music.
It's time for a brand new installment of the news of the geek.
Per local 12 WKRC, where Blake gets all of his news from.
Oh, the local stuff, yeah.
Yep. An employee at an auto parts manufacturer in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, reported
That's
feeling
the local stuff. Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
reported feeling ill after his boss allegedly poured power steering fluid into his iced tea because he was talking trash. According to a criminal complaint obtained by Law and Crime, officers responded to a business that manufactured car transmissions, ETE Riemann, at around 3 p.m. on June 5th after an employee report that he believed someone attempted to poison him the day before. The worker told police he arrived at work at 1:45 p.m. Jeez, oh Pete. On the day before, he called 911 and put 2 drinks, a fruit punch and a ginseng tea, into the communal freezer in the break room. He said that he first noticed something was off when he returned to take a drink from his tea, and he said he noticed that there was greasy and chemical smelling substance on the rim of the can.
Does this look like spit? Fuck it, I'll drink it anyway.
It says do not drink. The employee said they immediately feared the substance was poison, so he showed it to multiple other coworkers, including his 60-year-old boss, Stephen Cox. If the first thing you thought was poison, maybe you should not work there. Security camera video from the break room is reviewed by the company's HR department. That would be fun to be in that room.
Yep.
Who learned that Cox walked into the break room holding 2 bottles of Pure Leaf tea. He reportedly looked around before opening the freezer, taking out the employee's tea, and pouring the contents of one of the bottles into it. He then washed the bottle out before throwing it in the trash. A human resource representative allegedly found the bottle in the trash can and identified the substance inside as the same as that was on the victim's can.
So he did a poor job washing it out.
Yes. Hey, there's a camera in there. Yeah, I know. Still going to do it. Still going to do it.
Yeah, and you're the boss. You probably have access to the camera room.
You're probably the one that
recording.
maybe had them put in. I don't know.
You're the one that could turn them off for a second if you really wanted to.
The rep confronted Cox, but he denied wrongdoing, said the victim was always glaring at him.
Best defense ever.
Blake always interrupts me.
This guy here won't stop staring at me.
Premeditated murder because my employee was glaring at me.
Not guilty. When questioned by officers, Cox allegedly confessed to the crime, admitting that he poured power steering fluid into drink because the pair had always had an issue, and that the employee was always talking trash about him. He even reportedly said that the whole situation was a prank.
Aw. Come on, buddy.
I'm just busting his chop.
Cox was arrested and charged with placing foreign objects in edibles and bad jokes. How do you not get attempted murder?
You're the boss.
Fire him?
Yeah, if he's really bothering you,
Move him to another team or fire him?
I mean, even
Find another job where you're not in charge of people if you can't take that.
Guy's glaring at me.
Hey, quit looking at me.
That's a statue, sir.
What an idiot.
This guy keeps staring at me through sunglasses. He's blind.
oh. No, you say that. I just remember, I guess, on TikTok or one of those things, social media, the blind guy at the gym who got confronted because the lady thought he was staring at her the whole time, and he's blind. He's like doing whatever, and she confronts him, and I guess they recorded it all. She's confronting the guy, and he's like, I'm blind? And, of course, she doesn't believe him. And
prove it.
It's like, oh.
It's because people are idiots, Jeff. Per ScreenRant.com, where Blake gets all of his news from as well, The Penguin proved to be a big hit for HBO and was met with rare levels of acclaim and awards recognition for a comic book-based project. This, in mind, second season would seem like a foregone conclusion, but it actually happens to find itself in an unusual position. It's listed as a limited series, and it serves as a setup for Matt Reeves' The Batman sequel, like that's ever getting made, which we haven't had any official updates on in a while. Reports indicate the movie script hasn't even been completed yet, which also likely hinders any potential movement on The Penguin Season 2. There's also the question of whether the star, Colin Farrell, will even want to return as Oz Cobb. Though the actor is expected to appear in the Batman sequel, he didn't sound too overjoyed at the prospect of donning the prosthetics again during a 2024 interview. Quote, I don't know, man. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. But it got on me. It got in on me a little bit. By the end of it, I was bitching and moaning to anyone who would listen to me that I fucking wanted it to be finished.
That's the worst Colin Farrell imitation I've ever heard.
He's Irish.
I tried to remind them that I'm grumpy gratitude.
You're doing the same thing, just louder.
I talked to the blindest and I tried to remind them that I had a grumpy gratitude. I'm still grateful and honored. I grew up watching Burgess Meredith, and then Danny DeVito was my Penguin. So being part of that lineage of the storytelling, I really did feel privileged. But by the end of it...
Wow. I don't think there was a single syllable that was of an Irish accent.
Get me my pot of Lucky Charms. If you take what Matt Reeves created and that's then what Lauren did and what Mike did and put them all together. It was really a powerful experience. Lauren said, look, if you can find a way that makes sense, would you talk about it? And I said, absolutely. Maybe in a year I would. But when I finished, I was like, I never want to put on that fucking suit and that fucking head again. Where's my Lucky Charms?
Saying Lucky Charms doesn't make it an Irish accent.
But it also doesn't make it not an Irish.
I think it does.
It does. You know what? I was excited to actually kind of talk about this, but now I want it to be fucking done.
While appearing as a guest on Deadline's Crew Call Cast podcaster, showrunner Lauren LaFranc was asked for an update on the status of the second season. She said she's in the process of exploring what that would be, if there will be more. Quote, beyond Colin, it appears on whether there's a story that we can make richer that we've already done. LaFranc went on, appearing to confirm she does have a season 2 story in mind. I fully arced everything. Frank also confirmed that the Batman spinoffs are in early stages of development, but didn't reveal any details. Reeves had previously hinted that a legal drama focused on Harvey Dent, a.k.a. Two-Face, might be one possibility.
I would actually really enjoy that from him.
They just cast Clayface for his film today. I forget who it is. Thomas Rhys something? Not Fiennes, but somebody else.
Thomas Rhys Davies?
Maybe.
I'm not familiar with Thomas Rhys Davies.
I don't know.
I know John Rhys Davies.
It
And
wasn't
he would
John
be a
Rhys.
terrible Clayface, I
He's
think.
at the expo. Maybe I'll ask him.
Yeah, maybe you should ask him.
So,
There's a John Rhys Myers.
Tom
That
Rhys.
might be it.
Tom Rhys Harries.
Yeah, that's it.
Tom Rhys Harries.
I'm Irish. Give me my shillelagh.
Stop it.
Picture of my shillelagh.
Stop it.
Nothing Irish sounding about.
I got a shillelagh. That's Irish.
You're saying Irish words, but not in an Irish accent.
Oh my God, you're like, well, you're saying Irish words.
Aaron Cobra.
So I gotta say this real quick. So I'm one of the assistant coaches for my daughter's softball team, and my daughter tries to do a British accent. And she goes, "I'm British," you know. And so she I told her, I was like, "Hey, good. Do your." Somebody said something about British or something, and so I said, "Hey, why don't you do your British accent?" So they all were like, "Do it, do it." So she did, and I said, "You guys all have to talk to me in an accent from now on." So they all started doing accents, and they're like, "Let's hear yours, Coach."
Oh,
And it was
no.
not- and they're like, "That's not British."
Oh, then you pull out your French.
I did do French, and I was like, "Well, my baguettes."
Yeah, just
my
saying the
daughter-
word
and my-
baguette does not make it a French
And my
accent.
daughter goes, "Dad, that's not good." Mom, I have a baguette, and I got a shillelagh. Anyways, move on.
You know, I just realized the only French-sounding thing you do is the
I am French.
And even that's offensive.
Oh, it's incredibly offensive.
It's not offensive. That's what people say.
By the way, the Batman 2 has an official release date of October 1st, 2027.
I don't believe it.
So that's still over 2 years away.
I don't believe it. Jeff, you got me some news of the geek, or what are you doing? Box office news and world reports.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right. Well, the box office has actually been fairly strong these past couple of weeks.
Much better than during COVID.
Well, I mean, we're almost back to like pre-COVID numbers.
We are.
I'm thinking. But number one this week at the box office, How to Train Your Dragon made $84 million in its opening weekend.
Huh.
It is up to $198 million worldwide, because I guess that came out. Did it come out all this weekend, or was it out in other
How to
countries
Train
earlier? Yeah.
I believe it came out all this weekend.
So almost $200 million worldwide. Pretty good. $150 million budget. Coming in at number two, Lilo and Stitch made another $15.5 million, a total of $366.5 million domestically and $858.5 million worldwide
Okay.
on a $100 million budget.
Okay.
Number three, The Materialists made $12 million in its opening weekend, $15.5 million worldwide on a budget of $20 million. On its way to get its money back.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning made $10.3 million, total of 166.5 domestic, 507 million worldwide on a $400 million budget.
Still has some time. Needs to make some money because I think it was like $200 million in marketing.
And Ballerina made 9.4 million, a total of 42 million, 91.5 million worldwide on a $90 million budget. So it got its budget back.
Yep.
And there will be a second one.
No problem with that.
Did you see the first one?
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm
the
perfectly
John Wick.
fine. I'm perfectly fine with them making movies I'm not going to watch.
Yeah. I like the John Wick universe enough.
Have you seen all 4 of the films?
I saw 2.
Oh, great.
I saw 15 minutes of one.
Oh, you should watch more. They're pretty good. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'll do it after I watch Jessica Jones.
It had, I saw 15 minutes, and it had the chairman from Iron Chef America,
Oh.
or the chairman's nephew from Iron Chef
I
America.
thought you were going to say chairman of the board.
No,
Carrot Top?
not Carrot Top.
I got a broom, I got a stick, and I got a hoop.
Or as Norm Macdonald said, oh yeah, it's spelled out B-O-A-R-D or B-O-R-E-D.
What else? What you got, Brian? Sorry, coming out this week.
Coming out this week, we've got Harley Flanagan, Wired for Chaos.
Loved her in the Joker films.
From a tumultuous Bronx upbringing, the movie chronicles Harley Flanagan's rise to punk stardom at the age of 13, featuring raw New York City footage and interviews with icons like Flea and Ice-T depicting his transformative journey.
Oh. It's not who I thought.
I never even heard of Harley Flanagan before.
Harley Flanagan. I have not either.
Flea
But
knows him.
Harley Flanagan plays himself in the film. Apparently, there is footage in the film with Anthony Bourdain because he is cast in it and plays himself.
Okay.
Glenn Danzig is in it.
Mother.
Flea is in
Tell
it.
your children.
Scott Ian,
Ah.
Ice-T, Michael Imperioli.
I like him.
Why do I not know who this is?
I don't know.
I need someone to tell me what is it. Maybe it's is it Misfits? No.
I'll find out for you.
Yeah, do that because I am interested in that.
Okay. Harvey what?
Flanagan, Harley Flanagan.
Harley fan. Okay.
Next up, we have the Queen of My Dreams. Azra is worlds apart from her conservative Muslim mother. Following a tragedy, Azra finds herself on a Bollywood-inspired journey to Pakistan, guided by memories of her mother's youth in Karachi and her own coming of age in rural Canada.
There you go. Coming of age story, Jason.
There you go. He was the hardcore punk band. He founded Cro-Mags.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
He is currently the bassist, vocalist, and sole remaining founder.
Yeah.
Huh.
There you go.
I am interested in watching that.
Yep. What else?
Let's see. The Queen of My Dreams is it's a 2023 film just making its debut.
Fine. It's fine.
Next up, we have Marlee Matlin, Not Alone Anymore. This explores Marlee Matlin's life as a groundbreaking performer.
We have a Marlee Matlin sighting.
I wonder if it covers the time she was on My Name is Earl.
I would actually love to have her at
The Comic Expo?
I would. She's done some panels before. I think she would be really interesting.
Yeah. I also agree. I would like to talk to her about her time on The West Wing. Mm-hmm. She was fantastic in that.
Yep.
Actually, speaking of that, Aaron Sorkin is in the documentary.
Okay.
So they probably talk about her time on the West Wing.
Maybe I'll just watch this, and then I won't have to watch Jason murder and panel with her.
It's not Frank Grillo.
Next up this week, we have Bride Hard.
Oh, God.
Bride Hard.
Variety, I think, wrote that this is the most unfunny film of the year.
When a mercenary group takes a lavish wedding hostage, They have no idea what they are in for, as the maid of honor is actually a secret agent ready to rain hellfire upon anyone who would ruin her best friend. Let me finish reading the synopsis. Who would rain hellfire upon anyone who would ruin her best friend's wedding. This stars Anna Chlumsky,
Okay.
Anna Camp,
Okay.
Stephen Dorff,
Jason's favorite.
Justin Hartley,
I like Justin Hartley.
Sam Huntington,
Okay.
Mark Valley, and
I thought Melissa McCarthy was in this one.
she is not.
Okay.
When you were reading it, it sounded like it was going to be a spoof, but
It's
I don't think it's necessarily a spoof.
it's Rebel Wilson.
That's who it is. That's who it was.
Rebel Wilson and Melissa McCarthy are two different
Yeah,
people.
they're both.
But they were in a movie together.
Fucking can't stand Rebel Wilson.
Were they?
Yeah, they were. Oh no, she wasn't in Bridesmaids. That's what I heard Bride, and then I was like, yeah, Melissa McCarthy was never in any of the.
Melissa McCarthy actually is funny.
Yeah, they're both funny.
I really haven't found Rebel Wilson funny, and
Choose to disagree, Brian.
even in a movie I really liked, I thought she took you out of it.
What movie?
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah, she wasn't great in that. I don't know. This looks terrible, though.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Elio.
That was like Elio. This is Pixar.
That's not
Looks
out
good.
yet?
No.
Oh, geez, they've been advertising the crap
Yeah.
out of it. I'm like, yeah, I haven't really talked about that in
Guess
the
what?
box office.
It's still not out.
Well, it's out this weekend.
My youngest really wants to see this.
Why?
Looks kind of cute.
No, it doesn't.
Elio, a space fanatic with an active imagination, finds himself on a cosmic misadventure where he must form new bonds with alien life forms, navigate a crisis of intergalactic proportions, and somehow discover who he is truly meant to be.
I mean, I hope I'm wrong with it because I usually, cheer for Pixar movies, but this one, I don't know, didn't look good to me.
Let's see. We've got Zoe Saldana, a bunch of children, Brad Garrett.
He does a lot of Pixar voices.
Yeah, Brendan Hunt, Beard, Coach Beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Ratzenberger?
No,
I'm sure he is somewhere.
Got to be in there somewhere.
he's not in the cast.
Oh,
This is not a very big cast.
okay.
I'm sure after a while he'll pop up on IMDb in that cast when they figure out which voice he was doing.
Next up, we have Becoming the Night, a Nightwing story.
Nightwing.
Nightwing.
In 2034, Batman Incorporated is the leading body of government in the United States, and metahumans are now a rare breed from their powers being stricken by mandatory vaccines and chemical-tainted food and water. Is this a real-life story?
Well, better. Is this animated?
I'm assuming it is.
I mean, it has to be, right?
I don't know.
It sounds very animated to
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
It
Batman Incorporated.
has one person in the cast.
Okay.
Michael Angel Loaiza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is he Nightwing?
He plays. He just went away from. Oh, there he is. Why do I have to unlock?
He plays Butler number 2.
I don't want to unlock.
Number 2.
Yes. Who's Nightwing? Well, it's all AI. I'm intrigued by that now. I didn't know that. Kind of interested now. We still have to see Lilo and Stitch, How to Train Your Dragon, and what's his face?
You still gotta watch.
Elio?
John Wick 3 and 4
Yes. I think my son and I are going to
And
watch.
Ballerina.
and Ballerina.
We're going to have to
and-
watch Until Dawn this weekend.
And the hotel one. I forgot the name of it.
Hotel Rwanda.
California.
That was not the one I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
It does have assassins in it.
The hotel from the John Wick universe.
Oh, the
Casino Royale.
no, the Continental.
Yes, that one.
That was a TV show. It was a series on Peacock.
The Cock.
Jason still hasn't seen it.
He is not.
Just to remind everybody, What the Cock is still going to Fox at 9 to 10
What the Cock?
Mondays. Yep. Anything else coming out?
The big release of this week is 28 years later.
Really?
A group of survivors of the rage virus lives on a small island. When one of the group leaves the island on a mission to the mainland, he discovers secrets, wonders, and horrors that have mutated not only the infected, but other survivors.
The first one was good. The second one was not my favorite.
I didn't see the second one. I love the first one, but I like the fact that 28 years later they decided, well, yeah, let's make it.
I do like it, that idea. I'm not that excited for it. I know people are. I think the second one took a lot out of me. Like, So, but I'm glad
it's a movie.
Yeah. I just didn't think the second one was that great, so that's why. Okay.
What did it take out of you?
No, I just mean like
his will to live.
Yeah, it just wasn't my excitement anymore.
It's make believe.
You know what? No, it isn't. Anyways, can we get some top 5 music in here?
Boy, oh boy, weren't they great. That's the Lobotomized Monkey, and now, the top 5.
We got actually a couple people actually wrote in that they really liked the top 5 theme music. So,
Ooh, nice.
Where did they write to?
Twitter.
Our P.O. box?
Yes. Top 5 this week this is a fun one. I really enjoyed it. We are doing top 5 movies that would be better with a cast of Muppets. So I think we've had like brief talks about this, but never a top 5. So I thought this would be a fun one to do.
I was discussing this at work, and we pretty much came to the conclusion that almost every movie would be improved with Muppets.
But we got to do the 5.
Yeah, yes.
So I'll do my number 5 right off the bat. I'll do. I did the movie and then put at least 2 of the characters that would be in it.
I didn't do that,
and I did not repeat characters either. So I tried to not.
Oh, okay.
I really like this one. Days of Thunder with Gonzo and Yolanda, who's the rat, the female rat. She plays Nicole Kidman. Gonzo plays Tom Cruise role.
Do you have a human that would be in it?
No. I just want Muppets.
Oh. Because on mine, I always thought of which human would be in there.
John C. Reilly.
Okay.
Number 5 for you?
Let's see. Number 5 for me. I'm going to go with The Warriors.
Okay. Good one. Good gang film.
Come out and play.
I like that one. Who's the human? Ralph Macchio.
Honestly, I didn't think of the human on that one.
Okay, good.
So Ralph Macchio works just as well as anybody else.
Number 5 for you?
I just thought it would be funny. Each gang would be a different group of Muppets. And there'd be a Sesame Street gang, a Fraggle gang.
Down at Frag Rock. That's a good one. Number 5 for you, Brian?
Number 5 for me is Cats, the butthole version.
The butthole version. Oh,
the
man.
best version.
Yeah.
That would be Muppets doing Cats. I like it.
Not literally doing cats, but playing cats.
Come on.
Number 4 for you, Brian?
Number 4 for me, I hobied it. All of the Lord of the Rings films.
I actually could see them doing that.
Oh, Lord of the Rings Muppets.
I could see, not Beaker, Honeydew being like Gandalf. Could see Honeydew. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering if Brian has given any...
I did not give any thoughts
to
the people.
Would play
so for Cats, we'll just keep Josh Gad.
You know he doesn't have a butthole?
I asked on Twitter, and he never responded.
Okay.
So
we have to assume that he doesn't?
I hope he comes to the expo so I can ask. Number 4 for you?
Number 4 for me, I picked Ocean's 11.
That would be good.
I thought of a good heist film, especially one that has a whole lot of people doing the heist.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you'd still could get, what's his name? Andy Garcia. That's his name?
Yeah.
Okay. you know, the human would be the villain of the piece.
Okay.
And you know, Kermit playing the Danny Ocean role or something, and Gonzo would be Matt Damon's role, and Fozzie would be
Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Julia Roberts for Piggy.
Yep. My number 4 is Speed. The villain, Crazy Harry, the one that blows everything up.
Oh, that works.
Denise the pig is because there's not many female Muppets.
No, there aren't.
But she would be good because she's a younger character. She would be Sandra Bullock. And Skeeter. Or no, Scooter. Is it Scooter? Scooter. Sorry, Scooter.
Skeeter was his sister that only showed up in the Muppet Babies cartoon.
I apologize. Scooter would be Keanu Reeves' role.
Wow. Taking Scooter as the lead.
Let's see here. My number 3 is The Shining with the Swedish Chef as Jack Nicholson's role. And Janice as the wife. Because she kind of looks like her.
She does kind of.
Number 3 for you?
Number 3 for me, I've got Friday the 13th.
Okay.
You pretty much just have Jason, whatever actor.
Yeah.
Jason is fun. Jason
That
is
would
the
be funny,
human.
Jason the Muppets.
But yeah, he just goes around killing off Muppets.
I like that one.
And the Muppets try to run away. And
That's pretty good. I like that one.
oh yeah, number 3 for me was Friday the 13th.
Brian?
Number 3 for me, Master of Disguise.
Turtle. Can't make it worse.
Well, yeah, the thing is, make it better. I mean,
Yep.
almost anything you do to that movie will make it better.
Number 2 for you?
Number 2 for me, Freddy Got Fingered.
I could see Gonzo in that role.
Who's playing the organ?
Rolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
just wants some sausages.
Number 2 for you?
Number 2 for me, I've got the Blues Brothers.
Okay.
We were discussing this at work, and I think we agreed that Elwood Blues would be the human,
Okay.
and you know, Jake would be a crazy Muppet, and they're trying to get the band back together. I guess Dr. Teeth could probably play Jake.
That could be fun.
But they're trying to get the band back together, and it's the Electric Mayhem they're trying to get
I like
back
that.
together
To save the
to
orphanage.
save the orphanage.
And they always do good Muppets, like baby Muppets, so that would be pretty good. My number 2 is 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, boy.
Camilla the chicken. Sam the eagle.
Oh,
Or I could do Link Hogthrob, which is the pig cop.
Big Heartthrob.
But I like Sam the eagle as Mr. Gray. So yeah, they're 50 Shades of Grey.
Wow.
And finally, I was proud of this one. Number 1, Grumpy Old Men with Statler and Waldorf. And they would be going after Lydia the pig, who's a very old pig in it. So I was proud of that one. Statler and Waldorf are very similar to Grumpy Old Men. Number 1 for you?
Number 1 for me, I have 7.
Okay.
Morgan Freeman would reprise the Morgan Freeman role.
Who's Kevin Spacey?
Oh, crap. I had a Kevin Spacey. Now I don't remember who it was going to be. I don't remember.
Okay.
I would have to rethink that. Oh, man, I thought. But Kermit would be the Brad Pitt role,
Okay.
and Piggy's head would be in the box.
Yeah.
And we'd show it.
I like it.
I do like that.
Number 1 for you?
Number 1 for me is Swap.
Who squirts?
I'll leave that up to the listener.
Why can't we get any more of those films?
I mean, hedonistic Muppets? Come on. They're not vampires.
No.
It was brought to my attention that you could do Team America World Police instead of marionettes. You just have Muppets.
Like that.
Can you get me the Facebook? Get the Facebook ones.
I gotcha.
I got I got the Twitter ones. I got Chris All.
Oh,
He showed up at the
Yeah, we saw him at the
Cincy
Super
Expo. We
Cincy
appreciate him. He got a water bottle. So he had Die Hard That could be fun.
That could be
I
fun.
could see that.
Inglorious Bastards.
Oh, nice one.
I like that.
I
I could
just-
see Scooter. I could
I'm
see.
just picturing the bring me the Nazi scalp scene.
You would have to put Animal in there too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Gladiator. That would be kind of fun. This is a good one. A couple people put this. Clue. That works really well.
We discussed that, and I don't think Clue would be made better with Muppets.
I mean, it's a great show. Great
I mean,
film.
yeah, I'm not saying it wouldn't be funny and good with Muppets, but I don't think it would be better.
I didn't even see this one.
What's
Boogie Nights. Who's the the long one?
that?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
Ralph. Ralph the dog.
Rolf.
I can see Rolf.
I'm just going through my brain trying to remember Muppets now. And
Bobo the bear. It could be Bobo. Doctor Number One had 9.5 weeks.
I see where this is going.
Eyes Wide Shut. Josie and the Pussycats.
Josie and
Can't make it worse.
Pussycat.
The Expendables. And this is good. My Dinner with Andre using Beaker and the Swedish Chef. I like that one a lot. I like that one.
A movie where they sit at the dinner table and talk for an hour and a half.
Let's see here. Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666. He's not evil.
He's just handled that way.
He had Rocky 3 for Brian. Just for Brian.
I like it.
Rocky 3.
RoboCop. Revenge of the Nerds. That could write itself. I could see that. This is a good one. Scream. It's kind of like your Friday the 13th.
Yep.
And Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then this could be risque. Honorable mention, The Wolf of Wall Street.
I considered The Wolf of Wall Street.
I like that
as
one. And then Paco Suave said, hey, it's National Mascot Day. How come it's not the top 5 mascots? To which Celebrity Jacobo goes,
Just normal listener. He's
Okay.
not a celebrity.
Celebrity. Top
No.
5, the Leprechaun from Notre Dame, the Blue Blob from Xavier, Truman the Tiger from Missouri, Toffee Girl from Everton, and Fred Bird from the Cardinals.
He can't even pronounce what you're writing into us. Come on.
Let's see here. Pittsburgh Nerd. He went back to our top 5.
Our real top 5.
Clerks,
Did discuss that at work today.
Fozzie and Kermit. You could do that. Excalibur. This is a good one. I want to know who you would pick. The Crow. Who would get killed and come back as Eric Draven? Who would be Eric Draven?
I'm leaning Gonzo,
Okay.
but you could. Oh, no.
Swedish Chef.
Oh, I was thinking a minor one, but there isn't there like some other than Gonzo, some other
Sweetums,
Daredevil other than
Yes, there is another
the guy who throws
Yes.
the
Knives.
mackerel,
Yes.
boomerang mackerel, that guy.
Yeah.
And I can't
Is that
remember
Lou?
his name.
Lou Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yep.
Yeah, that's who I would pick as
I like that
the
one.
Crow if I was picking.
I was thinking Animal, too. Because he gets revenge. Of course, he could be a villain, too. He could be the main bad guy. Tango and Cash. And First Blood.
Oh.
That would be good.
Who would be Rambo?
Animal.
Yeah, or Bobo the Bear. Sweetums. He's pushed too far.
Why are
Celebrity
you pushing me?
Celebrity Jacobo actually sent in one, too.
No, just normal listener. No. You know what? If he ever confirms whether or not he got his care package from Hobie, then I'll consider if he's a celebrity or not.
Okay. He has The Patriot, Mel Gibson film.
I thought about that one.
Predator. I like that. Because you have a good, weird group of people.
Yeah, oh yeah, in that vein of sorry if I'm stealing
Yeah.
one, but Predator also makes me think Alien,
Yeah.
especially the chest bursting scene.
Shutter Island.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Kermit definitely a guy with memory problems would work.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I don't know how this would
An
work.
entire mental ward
Yep.
of Muppets, and Nurse Ratched is the only
Human. I don't know how this would work. Shawshank Redemption. Oh.
I thought about that. That would be tough because I'm trying to figure out who would be.
I don't know who would be.
You got to be a human.
I would think Red would be Crazy Harry, but he's too crazy.
Crazy Harry's too
Yeah.
crazy for that. I was thinking
Maybe
like,
Gonzo?
I was thinking like Sam or something.
Sam would be good. Yeah. The newsman. Who's the newsman?
Guy Smiley.
Yeah. Honorable mentions, much like your Warriors, the West Side Story.
Much like the Warriors.
Well, I mean, just different gang.
There's two gangs.
That's true.
Two gangs in West Side Story.
The Music Man. And somebody's dad was at my son's baseball game this week, and they walked the first two batters, and he started doing like the something stands for T or whatever. And I was like, I started doing that whole thing. He's like, I didn't think anybody would get the Music Man reference. And then 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. I like that one.
It's P. It's pool.
And
that
finally,
begins with P that rhymes with T that stands for trouble.
it's trouble right here in River City. And finally, from Steve at Everything I Learned from Movies, The Postman. Oh,
I think that's a recency bias pick.
yes. Watch Steve and Izzy. I'm on that episode. Izzy had Gem and the Holograms. Oh God. Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
It would probably be made better.
I do like this one. Fast and Furious franchise would be fun. And Beauty and the Beast. Hugh Jackman is the Beast turned to a Muppet at the end. I like that.
I like that.
Let's see here. And finally, Graphic Novice goes, NHL update, heartbroken. Take it, Edmonton lost.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
They were losing 3-0.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, no.
Or Brian, I'm sorry. Do you have some Facebook ones?
Yeah, there was only one on Facebook.
Okay.
Nick Mayer.
All right.
Number 5, 12 Angry Men.
Oh, I like
Ooh,
it.
I like that one.
Number 4, Zombieland.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I thought about that one.
Number 3, Dodgeball.
That would be funny, too, because anytime you get groups, I do like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Number 2, Casablanca. Number 1, he hobied it. Con Air and The Rock.
Walk under the rock.
Nicolas Cage is surrounded by Muppets in both movies.
That's awesome. Do it. Trademark.
Oh, he pushed my button on purpose on that
Trademark.
And then Michael Ray said, not that it would be much better than it already is, but seeing Clue with all Muppets except for Tim Curry, of course, would be a riot.
Yes.
And then Jim and Carolyn apparently were correcting your post because it was worded incorrectly.
Okay, moving on. Bad idea of the week.
Oh, we don't get to give our honorable mention?
Oh, do you have an honorable mention?
No, I have a couple I thought of.
Okay.
But, The Magnificent Seven,
Okay.
Army of Darkness,
Chainsaw.
and A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, jeez. You could just put Electric Mayhem in those characters.
Oh, no, I would have, like, Kermit as Alec, and then you would have, like, Sweetums as Dim.
Sweetums would be good.
And, a couple of the other guys.
I could see Sam the Eagle in there, too.
No, I had Sam the Eagle as the guy who ran the experiment to
Oh, yeah.
keep his eyes open so he had to watch. Sam
I like
was the
that.
guy running that.
I like that one. That was a fun one. I really like that one. Bad idea of the week. Number 82. Working 1,000 hours for Ocean Gate and not getting a seat on the submersible.
Bad idea number 8, getting a seat on the submersible.
Well done. Well done. Brian, you got Mad Libs before we sign off here?
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Randomly pull one.
That's what she said.
Friends.
Oh,
All right.
Friends.
Let's go here. All right.
Okay, what we got?
Jeff, give me a noun.
Flesh.
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 Not Fletch.
No, not Fletch.
Okay.
Jason, give me an occupation.
Male stripper. Thunder from Down Under.
Chippendale.
Yeah.
Jeff, give me a verb ending in ing.
Fucking
I will go dancing.
dancing in the streets.
Nope.
Okay.
Jason, give me a noun.
Shillelagh. I got a shillelagh here.
He's been waiting for that since he said it earlier.
Give me a shillelagh.
When I get down at Mad Libs, it's shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Jeff, give me a person you know.
Ooh. Randall.
I don't know. I'll go Doug.
Yeah. Anus Plum.
Anus Plum.
Sounds like a Clue character. I believe Anus Plum did it in the bathroom.
Well, that's Professor Plum's first name.
Anus Plum did it with the plunger in the bathroom.
Jason, give me a noun.
Anal bead. No, I did that last week. Hold on. Zebra.
Completely different direction.
Jeff, give me a plural noun.
Sheets of Egyptian cotton.
Ooh. It's like the sheets of Egyptian cotton. Sheets of Egyptian cotton.
Jason, give me a past tense verb.
Sucked. A past tense verb. Exhausted.
Jeff, give me another verb ending in ing.
Fuck.
Twiddling. Or tittering.
Ooh, titillating.
Jason, give me a type of event.
Orgy.
That is a type.
It is an event.
Jeff, give me a place.
Costco.
Definitely orgies at Costco.
Jason, give me something alive.
G-spot. No, something alive.
Yeah, those don't exist, Jason.
That's right,
Come
true. Something alive. Venus flytraps. Flytrap.
on. Venus flytrap.
Jeff, give me a past tense verb.
Fucked.
No, you wouldn't use it. Why should I
know,
have
that's
to
true.
use it? Berated.
Jason, give me an adjective.
Comfy.
Oh.
Jeff, give me a verb.
Sneeze.
Yeah, I will say sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Jason, give me a plural noun.
Sex swings. Sex swings. Definitely sex swings.
All right. Jeff, lastly, give me a sound.
Your volume is down. There you go. A sound.
Well, I'm trying to think. How do you describe the sound that dolphins make? I'll just say
no. That's Janice.
I'll just say moo.
That's not what a cow sounds
Oh,
like.
sorry. Okay. Let's do this.
All right. This one is the Friends Mad Lib.
Okay.
The one with Chandler's job.
Oh, okay.
Everyone
word.
knows Joey's a talented flesh. Mm-hmm. And Monica works as a successful gourmet male stripper. But what?
Gourmet male.
That's right.
But what is Chandler Bing's job?
Transponder.
It's something to do with numbers, and it definitely involves data dancing of some sort. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's statistical analysis and shillelagh reconfiguration.
Reconfiguring shillelagh.
Doug, a.k.a. Anus Plum, guesses he's a transponster, even though that title isn't even a real zebra.
It's not.
Whatever Chandler's job is, he hates it, but he earns the big sheets of Egyptian cotton.
Sheets of Egyptian cotton.
Eventually, he's exhausted to twiddling supervisor.
Oh, that sounds sexy.
But then he fell asleep at an orgy
Fine.
and got reassigned to Costco.
That works.
He went, but being away from his beloved Venus flytrap was too hard for both of them, so he quit. To change careers, he took an unberated work as an advertising intern where he was so comfy, they gave him a position as junior copy sneezer. Now at least his close sex swings will remember his job title. Good going, Chandler Moo.
Okay. Not the best, but it's okay.
There were some good ones in there.
Yeah. Titles for the show?
None that I wrote down for a title, but there was some good ones.
I got Get My Macros In. Here's the Thing. Quit Touching My Board. That was it.
I have We Don't Have Thumbs, Standard or Metric, and The Social Colon.
I do like The Social Colon. Brian?
Let's see here. I have Standard or Metric. We Don't Have Thumbs. Those are just Irish words. The Social Colon. And the anus plum fell asleep at the orgy.
We Don't Have Thumbs, it is!
What? That is just not The Social Colon.
Okay, The Social Colon it is! Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, maybe Blake will be here. Jim? I don't know.
Somebody will show up, maybe.
Maybe Doug.
Yeah, Doug. We got some stuff to eat, Doug.
Yeah,
you should
Doug.
show up.
We still have some of these plums left, right? Doug has to eat one of those.
Yeah, get your ass over here, Doug.
And tell us it's not that bad.
Yeah, I've had worse.
Could be good.
Give me my hand. Anyone?
What did you just
Give me my hand.
Give me my hand.
Get in my hand.
Get in my hand.
Sure.
I'm really asking you. What did you say?
Give me my hand, but that
Give
doesn't
me
make
my.
sense.
None of it makes sense.
Okay.
He's trying to make a joke that he's got big hands, but
It didn't work. Am I the bad guy?
In this situation, yes.
Roger says goodbye.
goodbye.
Bye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. Not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.